There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve the beauty. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. I did then what I knew how to do. Now that I know better, I do better. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. The desire to reach for the stars of ambitious. The desire to reach hers is wise. Ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. If I am not good to myself, how can I expect anyone else to be good to me? Stepping onto a brand new path is difficult, but not more difficult than remaining in a situation which is not nurturing to the whole woman. No matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on and it will be better tomorrow. I have learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. What you are supposed to do when you don't like a thing is change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. I have learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. We need much less than we think we need. I have learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be on. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. A wise woman wishes to be no one's enemy. A wise woman refuses to be anyone's victim. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Life is not measured by the number of breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. If one is lucky, a solitary fantasy can totally transform 1,000,000 realities. Hate. It has caused a lot of problems in the world, but has not solved one yet. There's a world of difference between truth and facts. Facts can obscure the truth. If you find it in your heart to care for somebody else, you will have succeeded. We are only as blind as we want to be. I respect myself and insist upon it from everybody, and because I do it, I then respect everybody too. Determined to live life with flair and laughter. I have learned that I still have a lot to learn. Whatever you want to do, if you want to be great at it, you have to love it and be able to make sacrifices for it. Each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. I am grateful to be a woman. I must have done something great in another life. If you are going to leave a legacy, make a mark on the world that can't be erased. My great hope is to love as much as I cry, to get my work done and try to love somebody, and have the courage to accept the love in return. While I know myself as a creation of God, I am also obligated to realize and remember that everyone else and everything else are also God's creation. I would like to be known as an intelligent woman, a courageous woman, a loving woman, a woman who teaches by being. If you have only one smile, you give it to the people you love. Nothing will work unless you do. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Words mean more than what is set down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning. You can't forgive without loving. And I don't mean sentimentality. I don't mean mush. I mean having enough courage to stand up and say, I forgive. I am finished with it. All great achievements require time. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, to forgive. Forgive everybody. I learned a long time ago the wisest thing I can do is be on my own side, be an advocate for myself and others like me. Love is like a virus. It can happen to anybody at any time. I know that when I pray, something wonderful happens, not just to the person or persons for whom I am praying, but also something wonderful happens to me. I am grateful that I am heard. I have found that among its other benefits, giving liberties the soil of the giver. I believe that every person is born with talent. At 50, I began to know who I was. It was like waking up to myself. I know for sure that love saves me and that it is here to save us all. Loving someone liberates the lover as well as the beloved, and that kind of love comes with age. I believe that each of us comes from the Creator trailing whips of glory. Nothing succeeds like success. Get a little success and then just get a little more. A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. A woman's heart should be so hidden in God that a man has to seek him just to find her. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Don't get older just to get wiser. If you get older, you will be wiser. I believed that. If you dare, but get older because it's fun. There's something which impels us to show our inner soils. The more courageous we are, the more we succeed in explaining what we know. Seek patience and passion in equal amounts. Patience alone will not build the temple. Passion alone will destroy its walls. Let nothing dim the light that shines from within. Let nothing dim the light that shines from within. Remember, people will judge you by your actions, not your intentions. You may have a heart of gold, but so does a hard-boiled egg. I make writing as much a part of my life as I do eating or listening to music. No human being can be more human than another human being. I liberate you from my ignorance. Have enough courage to trust love one more time and always one more time. Faith is the evidence of the unseen.